Hello, welcome to another YouTube video. So I did a Q&A on my Instagram. We actually got quite a few questions, so I thought we could do a little Q&A, get to know me, get to know Darcy. Darcy is actually here. She I don't know if you can see her. She's in the blanket. There was a few questions that we actually got asked loads of times. The most common question we got was, would you ever get Darcy a sibling? And if so, what breed of dog would you get? Now, I actually don't think I would ever get Darcy a sibling. I think she is such an only dog. I genuinely really don't think she would settle with another dog. And I don't know, I always hear like horror stories of having like an angel dog and then getting a second dog and it being the devil dog, and I genuinely think that would happen to me because Darcy has been like the most laid back dog ever. Like, she is literally a perfect dog. I cannot fault the dog at all, so I don't think I would ever get her a sibling. And I also think like one dog is enough for me at the moment, unless like circumstances were different in my life and I didn't work like I did. I don't think I'll be getting her a sibling, but if I ever were to get her a sibling, it would have to be another sausage, and it would probably be a little black and tan, smooth-haired girl, because I just love them. Or actually, I've got a very soft spot for the wire-haired minis, so yeah, it would be between one of them if I was to get her a sibling, but I just don't think I ever would. I think she's too much of an only dog. I think she likes being on her own, so yeah. Another question we got asked a lot was what I do for work. I work for the NHS and I work as part of the stroke rehabilitation team. So I work in a community-based role, so like we go out and see patients at their homes that have had strokes and like encourage people's stroke recovery essentially. I absolutely love my job. I had such a career crisis when I left uni. So I left uni last July, worked private for a bit, worked with a football team for a little bit. Neither of them like suited me. I came out of that and then actually got a job full-time in pharmacy. I did that for 6 months. I absolutely loved that job, loved the team that I worked with, but it wasn't my career path, and I felt like I was wasting my degree, to be fair. So when the job application came up for this one, I thought, I'll just apply, see how it goes. If I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy it, then I won't use my degree. I'll think of doing something else, like long term. Got the job, absolutely love it, love going to work. I feel like I get a really good sense of achievement when I've come home from work, which is nice. And I will say one thing that working in healthcare has taught me is that life is so unpredictable and you literally do not know what is around the corner at all, and you do not know what life is going to bring. So for me, that has resonated with me so much that just live life as much as you can, do what you want to do, don't care what people think, just do you, be you, and do whatever you need to do what makes you happy as well. There's no point being in jobs that don't make you happy, surrounding yourself with people that don't make you happy, that don't fulfill you. Just be who you are and who you want to be, because life is far too short and your life can change like that. Going back to the questions, another one we got was, how did you end up with a Dachshund? / what is the story of you buying her? So it's actually a very random story really with Darcy, because I never planned on getting a dog at the age that I am now. So obviously I bought Darcy when I was 21 and I never expected to have my own dog at that age. Obviously I always wanted my own dog, but I thought I would have waited until I had a house and I was settled, but kind of just happened then. So the story of me actually getting her, I was actually away. I'd been to a festival, then went away for a couple of days down south, and I saw somebody on Facebook advertising that they just had a litter and they were selling the litter. And I've been obsessed with Dachshunds, sausage dogs, for ages. I am just obsessed with them. I think they are so cute. And I thought, oh, they're so cute. I really want one, really want one. And then everyone I told that was like in my life at the time, everyone I spoke to was like, don't get a dog, you don't need a dog, a puppy's just going to tie you down, like it's hard work, blah, 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 blah. And like me being me, when somebody tells me not to do something, like I'll just do it even more. So I didn't end up getting the one off the girl that I knew. I ended up then like going down a rabbit hole of looking at Dachshunds for sale that were like ready to go. And I actually found Darcy on Gumtree, which is like so random to think now, it sounds so dodgy. I saw Darcy's advertisement on Gumtree. She was the only girl left of the litter. She was 12 weeks old at the time. So all of her, like I think she had 4 in her litter, all the other 3 had been picked and had homes to go to. She was the only one left. So I messaged the lady for a viewing on the Thursday night, went to view her on the Friday, put the deposit down within 20 minutes of being there, and then picked her up on the Sunday morning. So it was a pretty quick turnaround, to be fair, and came home with a little sausage dog. She was very unexpected, but the most unexpected, wonderful little bundle of joy. And I would do it all over again. I cannot imagine what my life would be like now without her. She is my whole life, and I can't imagine it any other way. Another one we got, which a lot of people seem to be interested in this actually, is what is my favourite thing about Darcy? So, Darcy, I don't know if I could pick one favourite. She is just the most wonderful dog. I think one thing I do really, really love about her is how chilled out she is. Like, she is the most loving dog. Like, you would never have to question if she loves you. The one that I got was, what was your dream job as a child? Now, as a kid, I always wanted to be a veterinary nurse or a veterinary surgeon, but the only thing that puts me off, I don't think I could deal with the heartache of it. Like, I get so attached to animals. I feel like animals just resonate with people on a different level, and I get so attached, and I genuinely don't think I could deal with the heartache of like a dog dying on me. Another one I got, which was interesting, we got this a couple of times actually. How do you find working full-time alongside doing TikTok, content creating and YouTube? So I won't lie, it is a bit of a struggle working full-time and also trying to do content, but I don't look at content as a job, I look at it as a hobby, and if I don't have time to do it, I don't have time to do it. But content is also something that I really enjoy doing. I love filming my life, I love filming little videos of Darcy, and I love the opportunities that come from it as well. Like, I have met so many people in the last 6 months since doing content that I probably would never have met before, and all people that share like similar interests, similar values to me, and I just think that's so nice. It's like a proper little community that we've ended up creating, which I'm all here for. So I think it's just about like finding a balance that works for you, because I found a perfect balance that works for me where I can do content as and when I feel like it, and if I don't feel like it and if I'm not in the mood to sit and put my mind to it, I won't force myself, because then I'll end up hating it and I'll end up thinking it's a chore. Whereas at the moment, like, it's just a little hobby and I love it, and we're making some nice memories from it. So yeah. So this one's a funny one. What random or silly things is Darcy scared of? Now, Darcy is the biggest wuss ever. She is scared of absolutely everything. The major things that she's scared of is my new camera that I'm actually filming on now. She gets so freaked out by the camera. The Hoover, she absolutely hates the Hoover. And she's also really scared of when people sneeze. She gets so panicked. Like, if somebody sneezes or somebody coughs, she instantly like runs over to you, is licking all of your face, crying, whinging, whining. It's like she gets so panicked that you're in pain. So yeah, I mean, she's a big wuss. She's scared of a lot of things. But yeah, I think sneezing it has got to be up there at the moment with one of the things that it just freaks her out. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, she's a very strange girl. So another one we got was, how old am I and how old is Darcy? So I think I briefly answered this before, but I'm 22, I'll be 23 in March. Darcy is 1 at the moment. She's going to be 2 in May. I am actually planning a second birthday party for Darcy. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I am a ridiculous dog mum. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to plan a little birthday party for her this year because I think that's going to be so cute. But yeah, she's I also cannot believe where that time has gone. Like, that is just crazy that she's going to be 2. It makes me so sad. Like, I will actually cry thinking about it. So move on. Another one we got quite a lot was, have you got any tips for new Dachshund owners? What I will say is, like, Dachshunds are stubborn dogs and they need consistency. So like, this is something that I didn't really have with Darcy at the start, to be honest. So it's kind of like come more in the last like 12 months, I would say. But consistency is key. Like, whatever you want your dog to be or how you want your dog to act, you've got to be consistent with it. So one thing that I actually nailed with Darcy is her in public. So since Darcy was a puppy, she has literally come everywhere with me. Pubs, restaurants, cafes, coffee shops, like anywhere she comes. And now, like, if we ever go anywhere in public, I know that she'll just settle on my lap and she'll be fine. Another one I got, which was quite an interesting one, was, what is Darcy's favourite enrichment toy? Darcy's favourite enrichment toy ever is her Yak Yeti. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but it's basically a silicone Yeti. Darcy went for the pink, obviously, and you put the end of a yak chew or like a square of yak milk in the middle, put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and then the yak puffs up and it turns into like a crunchy honeycomb texture, and it takes her absolutely ages to get all of the chew out of the Yeti. But she does also love a snuffle knot and a snuffle mat. Like, if she's being really whingy of an evening, I will just do it like a quick snuffle knot, and she absolutely loves them, so that's a plus. In general, her favourite ever toy, and this has probably been her favourite toy since she was a baby. The amount of these that she has had is ridiculous. We're probably on like number 12. It's the squeaky, crinkly broccoli from Pets at Home. She goes absolutely mad for them, and I think it's because they crinkle, but then she rips all the crinkle out, rips the squeaker out, and then just runs around with like a half-eaten broccoli. So yeah, it's strange, but that is definitely her favourite toy ever. And finishing off, the last question we got was, what are our goals for 2025? Which I think is such a nice one to finish on. So I've got 3 main goals, really. The first one is to buy a house, which is very exciting and also very, very scary. The thought of buying a house all on my own is very scary, but also I am so excited that I'm in a position that I can do that on my own. And the second one is to do more things on my own and enjoy it. Like, the last 12 months of my life like changed so much, and I had to get used to spending time on my own, which before I absolutely hated. I could never spend time on my own without hating it. And now, like, I really genuinely enjoy my own company, and I sometimes hate going out and socialising, which sounds so bad. But yeah, so another one, like a big one, is I want to go on some solo trips, because I feel like as much as I'm happy to spend time on my own, like going out for the day on my own or going for coffee on my own, I think I put off sometimes going to places overnight or like places further away on my own just because of like a fear. I'm not really sure what the fear is, but that's one of my big ones, is to go on a solo trip this year. And we've actually got 2 in the pipeline, which is very exciting. We are planning a trip to the lakes in March, and then we're also planning to go to Goodwoof this year. That's in May, so I'm hoping that we can go to that. I just need to figure out the logistics, but I'm hoping that we can go to that one as well. Then another one, the last one really, is to just continue focusing on my content, just trying to get back to a good position, because my TikTok actually got hacked. I don't know if, like, if you watch my last YouTube, you'll know that it got hacked, but basically my TikTok got hacked at like 14,500 followers, and now I've started from scratch. I'm like trying to build it back up. So one of my other goals was to get 20k on TikTok. So I'm going to keep the goal. I'm going to still hope that I can get there. It's just going to take a little bit more effort. But yeah, I really just want to continue focusing on my content, focusing on the opportunities that it can bring. And yeah, I just enjoy it. And I think I'm just living in the moment and enjoying it. So yeah, hopefully you know a little bit more about me and Darcy now. Thanks for joining us for another YouTube video. If you enjoyed this, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and drop us a comment on what your goals for 2025 are, because I love hearing what people have got planned for the year ahead.